So we're off. Okay, so this is, what are we up to, number 3?
4, I think.
3, 4?
4.
Battle report number 4. We'll go for 4. And it's going to be, so I'm Matt.
And I'm Dan.
And, yeah, I'm playing Menoth, and Dan's playing...
My Skorne again.
There we go. I'm glad someone's on the ball. Okay, so let's kick off.
I won... Matt won the toss and decided to go second and take that left-hand side. I'm playing Voidseer and Mordikaar with Despoiler, Mordikaar and a Titan Gladiator. Alongside that I've got a Willbreaker, the Pain Giver, Bloodmaster Tormentor, Tyrant Redeem, 2 Void Spirits, a Gobber Chef because I had a point left over, a full unit of Praetorian Ferox and a min unit of Beast Handlers. That's just me finishing up my deployment there. Generally just cavalry at the top and all the beasts sort of centre to take on anything that needs to be taken care of.
Okay, so my list, I'm going to use the same proviso that I did before, which is it's the first time in the list, so it's obviously a great thing to do on the video, to practice on the video. But so my list, Reznik 2 with a Vessel. I've got Scourge of Heresy in there, I've got Hand of Judgment in there, I've got the Gun Mages, Thorn Gun Mages, a min unit of Devil Dogs with a Priest, Madelyn, and a Choir, I think that's about it. Oh, and the Idrians, obviously, that are just going down now. So yeah, pretty solid, try and protect everything, and then, yeah, obviously, off we go. And then I think...
Oh, that was your prey getting chosen.
That was my prey on the thing, because I was hoping to just butcher him.
Yeah, that was the Bloodrunner Tormentor. What I think Matt didn't realise at first, but he's got stealth. So I think he was hoping to pop it off with the Idrians, but he just apparitions forward, moves into the trench just in case. I'm moving my spirits forward here. I did ask, but we didn't realise that Reznik 2 can give everyone blessed and magical attacks.
Yeah, that was the kind of question of, have you got any magical weapons or ways given magical weapons? I said no. And then it was like, hold on a minute. Yes, they do. So in a minute, you'll see them move back, because it was like, it seemed a bit harsh not to... to have essentially cheated. It's never a good start.
Only a tad. But just in case he wanted to pop it on the Idrians and blast off my Void Spirits. So yeah, that's him just dropping
the
across. Movement. That's my cat's just moving up, making sure it stays out of the 18-inch threat range of your big war shrine. The
Vessel Judgment. Yeah.
Vessel of Judgment. I didn't realise that was a 14-inch range and was quite worried for my spirits at that point. Other than that, I'm just... that was my Voidseer, my caster, casting Rush on the Titan, and popping up... it was Manifest Void, just in case Reznik wanted to come running forward before casting spells. Then it's just a case of everything starts just running forward, just to be in place, just in case everything else of Matt's wanted to run forward.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting game because both sides neither wanted to let the other one cast spells. So I've got obviously access to Lamentation, I've got Purgation on Scourge of Heresy, and then on the flip side I've got Manifest Void.
Manifest Void, Arcane Suppression from Despoiler.
That was it. So we'll both sort of try and punish each other for casting spells, which was interesting, I thought.
Yeah, it's it definitely. Oh, this is you.
So this is me going. Oh, and it's got stealth. Right, let's choose a different target. There we go. So yeah, I've still not quite got to grips with Idrians at the moment. They confuse me somewhat in that you go forward and then you're meant to reposition back, but they never seem to reposition far enough.
Yeah, with range 10, it's hard to get them then back out of harm's way. This is just making sure everyone was in command.
Yeah, that's it. And also try and leave some gaps for everything behind to come through.
Yeah, I think you knock... Oh no, you don't take any points off the Gladiator, but while they're fairly tough and hard to hit, that was me. My Willbreaker stuck tough on the cats. With Steady, it's quite useful, but combined fire...
yeah, that's it. They managed to blow 2 apart, which I was quite happy with, but I think I was a bit too excited too soon. And then, yeah, this is like, it's like parking. Created some nice little parking bays for the massive bases, which was always fun. Which I was quite proud of myself for actually having thought about it. But then, as you'll see in a second, it maybe wasn't the greatest of
Yeah, that was Lamentation went up and just a move and reposition up into it.
And I put Death March on the Idrians, because obviously a bit of vengeance is always good.
Yeah. That was just the mages moving up at the top.
Yeah,
just
mages.
to threaten.
And then, these were in the list, because there's like a groovy little thing you can do where you can bring them back with, obviously, the vessels, what's it called? Miracles. I thought, bring it back, throw a net on something. Great use of him. I thought that would be really infuriating, But
it probably would have been.
Yeah. On anything that's not steady, that would have been a great move.
That would have been a great move, yeah. This is start my turn too. My Voidseer Tormentor is literally just there to cause a bit of problems.
Yeah, in the way.
Just measuring up a couple of ranges. If I was just checking if Warmer Spirits could have got into the Idrians, because under they've got Killing Spree under my caster, so they could have gone to town, and if I got a couple of Idrians, I might be able to teleport back so they get rid of some choir. But I think they're about 11 inches away, so that just went straight out the window.
Yeah. Also probably worth mentioning is, as you've probably noticed, there's one little model stood all on her own, and that's Madelyn, which would have really helped a little bit for, not necessarily for saving Idrians, because obviously it doesn't matter on the Idrians, but
in future times.
It wouldn't have meant Reznik got a hit here, which would have allowed him to keep some
he
fury.
Only took 1 point of damage, I think. But
it was, but
yeah,
it was unnecessary. I think it was more my frustration.
It was just a thresher. I mean, I killed a couple of them. I missed the main guy in front, but being out, he's got sprint, so he can just run off. I didn't realise at first Reznik had 2-inch melee reach, so he just slots himself in front of Reznik to be a pain.
Just to get in the way.
At this point I'm trying to work out what to do, because Lamentation's up, because my caster really needs to be in that bunker, just in case some combined range decides to come flying his way. But that means if I want to resurrect any of my cats, it's going to cost me 6, which is just really not what he needs to be left on 1 fury. So
all for the sake of a single cat.
All for the sake of a single cat. That was a Void Spirit I threw out down at the bottom, just to threaten the flank if Matt wanted to throw out his magical weapons to get rid of him. That was all the better for me in my eyes. These are the 3 cats going in, just trying to do a bit of damage, but mainly just there to tie up that side of infantry. They start killing a few guys within the vassal's range, but as Matt went to do some damage, and
that's it, because then I put him back and I go, I'm going to bring him back, and it's like, I'll take some damage, and it's like, and I'll throw a net at him, and it's like, he can't be knocked down. So as you'll see, scrub out damage, put Madelyn back in, off we went.
That's just repositioning in, just to engage as many guys as I can, because last thing I need is those Idrians, the gun mages, just coming in to threaten my right flank there.
See, because I was half surprised. I thought you might go up to the flag on this with your caster, because you've got like nice buffer behind the cats.
I did consider it, but I was more concerned about the spirits, because as long as I stayed out of Reznik and your heavies sort of charge arcs, I would have probably had to run the caster, which would have meant no feet.
Yeah. Yes, I'd not even thought about that. Yeah.
But that's me just moving up the tyrant, just to get the 3 cats still within his command, so they keep dodge. The Titan Gladiator runs up under rush. Oh no, he's just run. Sorry, not even under rush.
Yeah, and the Gobber Chef just going to again.
Be a pain on the flag.
Be a pain.
Half my army seems to just be made to be a pain, but at this point I've realised I need to move up and start threatening. Moloch was just out of charge range of Reznik, so I decided to just get everything up and ready and out of the 12-inch threat that... Which one is the...
it's Hand of Judgment.
Hand of Judgment, yeah.
Or the Black Blob, because he's not painted yet. Yeah, it's quite interesting because actually Reznik's got the longest threat range in the army. It's got 14-inch threat, I think it is.
Something like that, yeah.
Which is pretty solid if you can get obviously a large path through him. But no, I this was always quite intriguing because like I have a massive like fear of Mordikaar. In every game that I've played him, he's been the one that's killed my caster. So
yeah, he is, for me, Mordikaar is very much a threat on paper. Even though he's a weapon master, he's still only power 14. 16 should be with the beast handlers, but I decided to move him up there, right into everything's threat range. He's sat on a hill. The Despoilers popped Arcane Suppression to just keep Reznik under control. I've feated and dropped up Arcane Suppression, Manifest Void, so Reznik's going to be at +2 to cast all his spells. Because I was worried about Boundless Charge going off and people coming in and wrecking face. But under my feet, Mordikaar's up to defense 16, on a hill 18 against shooting, so he felt fairly safe. And he can also be forced to make his opponent re-roll on attack dice.
yeah, which is something didn't even realise because I've never actually got to the point of attacking Mordikaar. He's normally kill my caster before he gets in range.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just my guys doing vengeance attacks on whatever that was.
That was the Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
He was at defense 17, but a lucky 9 from the last guy.
Yeah, that's it. There was 3 of them and I needed 9, so I thought, well, I think it's about 1 in 3, isn't it?
About 1 in 3, yeah.
So the odds were about right, but
everything on my board at the present has Poltergeist as well, so that's why the 2 other ones were popped away
and
when
pushed
they
out of the way.
missed.
Yeah, so what was I think I was looking at. Yes, this was the.
Oh, you were worried whether the spirit could have free struck you, and you were thinking of using your big battle engine to blast the gobber to try and bounce onto the.
Yeah, well, I think I did, didn't I? Because I think this is what's coming up now.
You did consider it, but we worked out the gobber was defense 18, so 12s were needed, and it was a bit of a.
Yeah, and this was my lovely kind of spray idea with Hand of Judgment. So, yeah, because I'm still assigning focus, aren't I?
Yeah.
So yeah, Hand seemed to have loads of targets, so I thought, well, I'll give him a chance. But it's just, I mean, under that feat with defense 16, you're just struggling to hit anything.
I mean, I think the worst I had is defense 14, which is my Titan Gladiator, and even 14, you're looking at 7s or 8s under most people. So. Well,
that's it. Yeah, Reznik, I think if he'd gone, he's mat 7, so yeah, Reznik's hitting 50% of the time, which is just ridiculous. Well, not ridiculous, obviously, it's the game.
Yes, it's the game.
You can't complain about that.
Is his feat, it's his big whammy, so...
Yeah. That's it. I think it's just interesting because this is a list of sort of, obviously, like I said, I've thrown together to try out loads of things that I've just added into the army, like the dogs, the gun mages, things like that. But I've realised that it's got nothing to deal with high defence.
No, not at all.
The closest I've got is admonition off the gun on the vessel. But if you can't hit your first target, admonition's completely wasted.
Well, I mean, he does have the, as you just did on my cat, the push and...
He does, yeah, the miracle for...
push and power 12
push and set
flaming.
fire, yeah. Which was quite nice because it was near hand.
Yeah, so it went up to 14. I think it knocked 3 boxes off the lead cat, but at this point... People are trying to shoot and attack the cat, and at defense 16 with dodge, and you'll see that cat move quite a bit during the course of this one turn. That's
it. So I killed Robert Tinker, which he got prey after I killed the Whippy dude.
Yeah.
And then that prey then got moved on to the Titan Gladiator, which is quite cool.
Yeah, it took a couple of points off with charges and prey. You went up to power 14.
Yeah, power 14 on the charge, which wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
This, I don't know if I should have done this or not. But essentially, I thought I'd get rid of the 2 incorporeal dudes.
Until we realised they were defense 17 and Reznik was looking at 10s. He boosted the first one, killed it, not a problem.
Yeah, that's it. But to buy a second one...
You didn't reposition after that.
I didn't.
Or did you? Oh no, that was the free movement. That,
yeah, so that was the free movement because I killed a model in combat, and then this was me. There's the reposition.
There's the reposition, yeah.
Yeah, because I think I had 2 points of focus on me, and I thought, well, if I buy the attack and boost the attack,
then that leaves you
I've got nothing to sort of hide behind. And I had this idea of like a wall of men would suddenly screen Reznik.
The wall was 3 choir.
Well, that's I realised didn't actually have any men to make said wall, which is why Scourge ended up where he did. I could probably have been better off him going in and being a bit more offensive rather than just being a roadblock. But never mind. Yeah.
This is the devil dogs start moving up and taking a few swipes.
And generally getting pushed out the way.
Pushed out the way, then one missed, and I dodge out the way of the next attack, and generally it just ends up a bit of a...
Yeah, it didn't go very well at all, did it?
The gun mages went then.
They did. This was an interesting thing because I, for some reason, thought that the range of a gunfighter attack was the range of your opponent's melee. I don't know where I got it from.
Might have been Mark II, something
might
maybe.
be Mark II, I don't know. But obviously that's not true, so...
Once we called one of our friends over and he confirmed it for us, so I let Matt move those straight in for...
That's it, I think. So there's the pause, and you'll see my head as I go, oh no, that's me grabbing a rule book, and then we dragged Glenn over for...
You can see his legs wobbling at the top.
his legs wobbling at the top. So that went bad, and then again, sort of, I think it's the second time at least in this game, I got a little kind of, Dan went, go on, put him in the right place, so there we were. Which didn't really go well either, because he missed. So then he dodged out of the way.
Oh no, the first one I think hit.
Well, the first one hit with a gunshot.
Yeah.
So yeah, he set one of them on fire. So I think it's the bottom one, isn't it? The one that's in the sort of the middle of your screen. He's looking at it. He got shot with a double-barreled gunfighter shot, and that worked. Oh, and this was the spray, and I thought, oh, I've lined up, Mordikaar, I've got a heavily damaged cat, and I've got the caster at the back. And then Dan's about to give me roughly... What were the defences of those 3 models?
Well, the cat itself was defence 16, so we're looking at 11s.
Yeah, it was 11s.
11s. Mordikaar on a hill's defence 18, so that was looking
that was
at
13s.
13s. And the caster himself is 18 under the feet, so that was again 13s. The one thing we're trying to work out is, if you miss 3 attacks against 3 Poltergeist models that are all simultaneous, how far back do you go?
Yeah, that's it. Do you get 1 roll, or do you get like 3 rolls?
Each.
So we settled on 3, I think, was the way we left it.
There was only an inch it could go back anyway.
Yeah, luckily there was a guy behind who stopped the push. But if anyone knows a sort of clarification, please feel free to comment and let us know.
Because it sounds hilarious if under feet someone tramples over a load of my guys and misses.
Yeah, and then gets spat out into the distance somewhere, which is always entertaining.
This is the start of my turn 3. I'm just trying to work out the best way I can get things in. I've got a Void Spirit in the back there, and with Killing Spree, he gets an additional dice for attacking damage against living models. So he's just trying to work out the best way he can muddle some infantry, essentially.
Yeah.
Despoiler has a handy little thing that if a living model dies within 5, once per round, I can replace it with another Void Spirit. So Matt had battered one of my Void Spirits away, waiting for another one to turn up.
Yeah, back he came.
He teleported over towards Reznik, battered away one of the choir that was in Mordikaar's way, and then he was going to take 5 points off Reznik as well.
Yeah, that's it. So I obviously used a bit of focus to get rid of that.
The second one then activated.
And the second one went and did the same thing.
And 5 more points for the focus again.
That's it.
Each one killed 1 Idrian and a choir, I think, and each one would have taken 5 off Reznik.
Yeah.
So that stripped him of all that.
Yeah, the 2 points of focus he had. Also worth noting is, again, you'll notice that Madelyn's not moved. Which would have stopped both of those.
It would have stopped them both. She was having a nice cup of tea or something.
Yeah, she was just chilling. She was like, no, I'm not getting near that.
Yeah. I did at first consider try to clear the gladiators with one of the Void Spirits. But in the end, the main one I need to get in there is Despoiler, because Despoiler has Dark Shroud and a 2-inch melee reach. So even if I had to run him, Mordikaar was easy within charge range. Everyone's just been buffed up by the beast handlers. With no focus, I had a good felt good that Mordikaar might be able to go in there and smash some face.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I didn't realise Despoiler had Dark Shroud natively. I thought that was amazing, because I thought, lamentation. He's not going to be able to, it's going to cost, it'll reduce his attacks, but no.
Yeah. So my caster had gone, put Rush on Despoiler, because to charge you needed that little extra bit. But you also stuck one of his spells that gives all his Battlegroup Ghostly, so ignoring 3 strikes, and Despoiler just came running in with Dark Shroud and +2. He's equivalent power 19 with his tail, and with no focus on him, Reznik was in a bit of trouble.
He was in a lot of trouble at this point. I think you can see the way this is going, but no, it was quite impressive Despoiler because he's hitting it with dice +1, and I was thinking, oh, that's really going to hurt. I mean, he's got like 17 boxes, Reznik I think it is, or maybe it's 20 boxes, but yeah, he just went down like a sack of spuds, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be the backup for Mordikaar, but he kind of stole the show a little bit.
Yeah, we never even got so far as Mordikaar.
No.
But so in that way, I suppose it didn't matter too much that Madelyn didn't do a thing, because like we said afterwards, it was Mollet was going to finish the game.
He was going to do something
situation.
one way or the other.
So, but yeah, so that's it. That's number 4 down. A bit shorter than normal. Just want to say thanks for watching, and yeah, do that liking and all the other stuff if you fancy. Cheers.
And we'll see you on the next game.
Yeah, see you again. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.